Hey gang, Lifey Well here, and today we're going to be playing Nancy Drew, Secret of the Scarlet Hand. This is game number 6 in the series, and it is the one that I have never beaten. So super hard, but we must do it so that we can play my favorite, which is number 7.
Dear Dad, greetings from the new Deputy Curator at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way. How's Africa? I sure hope this letter reaches you in Ouagadougou before you move on to Nairobi.
Ouagadougou.
So I got the internship. Your old friend Franklin Rose was awfully nice to submit my name to the rest of the members of the museum's board of directors. What an opportunity while I'm in between cases. As you probably know, the museum specializes in ancient Maya culture. My supervisor is going to be Joanna Riggs, a well-known archaeologist. Maybe you've seen her name in the news recently, in conjunction with the discovery of a strange Maya monolith. Apparently it's created quite a buzz among experts in the field. Well, Beach Hill plans to feature the monolith in an upcoming exhibition. Just imagine, this artifact has been buried for hundreds of years,
Is it gonna get
and now it's
stolen?
going to be unveiled to the public for the first time.
I don't remember anything about this
The museum
one.
is short-staffed at the moment, and they're expecting such a huge turnout that they've closed their doors to prepare. I can hardly wait to dig into this exciting project and learn how archaeologists and historians solve the mysteries of ancient cultures. I'll keep you posted. Love, Nancy.
Nancy Drew, I presume. I'm Joanna Riggs. Welcome to Beach Hill.
I already don't like her. It's her.
I was just checking the lock on this display case. This is one of the museum's most treasured pieces, a carving of King Pakal.
Who is King Pakal?
Ooh, Nancy's
Pakal assumed
shadow.
the throne at age 12. Can you imagine? That was 615 AD. He ruled for 68 years at the height of the Maya civilization.
Is that Jade?
Yes, the Maya loved jade and used it for many of their carvings. There isn't another piece like this in the world, and it's priceless, which means I practically had to sell my own grandmother to get it.
How did the museum
Oh
acquire
my
it?
gosh, puppy, lay down.
Leave
Ugh,
it to Taylor
creepy
St.
face.
Clair. He's a wizard when it comes to these deals. You'll meet him later. Now then,
Brownie.
Nancy, you're
Lay
coming
down.
on board at a critical time for Beach Hill. An exhibit of this caliber is not kid stuff. Franklin Rose assures me you're a real trooper, and I hope he's right because I'm not here to babysit. I don't care who your father is.
Wow, I knew I didn't like her. She's so rude.
I'm glad to be here. Please, tell me more about the exhibit.
In addition to our permanent collection, we're borrowing rare pieces from museums and private collectors around the world. Soon we'll be sitting on the most fabulous collection of Maya artifacts ever assembled in one place. And now that we've scored the monolith too, Beach Hill sera numero uno.
Was the monolith excavated in Mexico?
Yes, a hot young team of archaeologists, Americans and Mexicans both, dug it out of a cave near Palenque.
Guys.
Every curator from here to Siberia was trying to get a hold of it, but I'm the one who closed the deal.
Congratulations.
Why do you mention the nationalities of the archaeologists?
Because in archaeology, everyone wants to be king of the sandbox.
But why does
I
it
became
matter?
a curator because I want to help make artifacts available
no,
to
no,
as
no,
many
no, no,
people
no,
as
no, no, no.
possible.
Why does it
That's
matter
all
the
that
race?
matters, isn't it? Unless you're Alejandro Del Rio.
Why did you mention their race?
Who's Alejandro Del Rio?
Ugh, wouldn't you rather hear about the monolith? It's
No.
a massive pillar of stone, nearly 1,500 years old with Maya glyphs carved into it. We've installed it in the garden. Wait until you see it.
What purpose did the monolith serve?
According to Henrik, the monolith was made at the special request of King Pakal himself, but we don't know what its purpose was.
Who's Henrik?
Henrik Vanderheun, world-renowned expert in Maya hieroglyphics. He's the latest addition to the Beach Hill Brain Trust. I told him I don't even want to see his pointy Vander head till he's got a translation on that monolith.
Do you think the glyphs hold an important message?
I really don't know. The Maya were at their peak during Pakal's reign. After he died, things began to go downhill. The civilization never regained the oomph it had under its most extraordinary king.
What was the key to Pakal's success?
If the message on that monolith is from King Pakal himself, it might give us a clue. Credit for a discovery like that can only spell one thing, my dear. Revenue.
I don't like
Anyway, there's a list of tasks for you in the lab. Once you've knocked those off, we'll regroup.
Shouldn't I have more training?
Don't worry, you'll be in the swing of things soon enough. Go ahead and take a look around the museum. I'm sure you'll find the monolith, muy interesante. Or just roll up your sleeves and hit the lab.
Any last advice before I get down to business?
Semper ubi sabubi.
What the hell does that mean? No wonder why I never beat this one. I'm asking for help and she's just like, eh. Semper ubi sabubi. So she's a racist and she cares about money. And that's all she likes. And so basically I think it's her already. And there hasn't even been a crime yet. But I'm just assuming something's gonna go missing. It's a museum. What else is gonna happen? Who's Prudence Rutherford? Is this important? A fire ruby necklace. Okay.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. How cultured.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was clicking. Okay, huh? I really like the auto scroll. Praza, Guatemala, a bunch of qualifications.
How are the tasks coming along?
Actually, I haven't started them.
Well, get cracking. The last deputy curator was like a tempest in a teapot around here. Caused me nothing but grief.
What kind of grief?
I'll tell you about Sonny's some other time.
I've got work to do.
Carpe diem.
Alright. Is this the door I just came out of? Yes. Is this going to be important? Contributors. Man, I wish my last name was Honeyham. Let's see. We're looking for anything that stands out. Bubba Fatsis? That doesn't sound like a real name. Rusty Dents? Salamander Jones. Did they even try?
Topeka Commission for the Arts. That's the organization Prudence Rutherford works for.
Nancy Drew fan 123. Alright, well thank you Nancy Drew fan for sponsoring the museum. What's the point of looking at this? Something must be there later. Oh, maybe it's this. Oh. We need Alejandro to sign it. Okay. What's this? Map. Submissional Temple Garden. We're not gonna take this with us? Oh, well, okay. Oh, that's still some stuff.
The knob is missing.
Aw, man, I wanted to get my Beats by Dre. Bit Road. Is that it? We can't take any of these rubber bands. Nancy, are you sure we're not gonna need it later? So you seem to know what we're gonna need. Alright, well, where is this, Whoa. Whoa, what? We do traveling?
Good thing Franklin gave me the museum key.
Yeah. Well, where's this list of stuff I gotta do? Put the keys down, Nancy. Oh my god, this is a lot of stuff to look at. I actually really like this. My second favorite subject is history. Well, traditional subject, anyway. Something you would learn in, like, high school. But I'm not sure I want to learn this much. Black. I'm guessing these symbols are probably going to be important at some point. Okay. I'll just go in order. So they had different gods, but we don't know anything about it. Nice. Rain, moon, and sun gods. Ooh. Very cool. Corn god. So, has anyone seen Road to El Dorado? I love that movie. 260-day calendar. Interesting.
It's locked.
Break in.
It's locked.
Dang it. Dang it, Nancy, you're useless. So it's more advanced than Egyptian? Is that what that means? That's kind of cool. Scribes. Logogryphs. To represent sounds or ideas. Okay. Here's another symbol. Ink. Cool. Alright, rituals. Okay, we only have to read this stuff once. Bloodletting and human sacrifice are seen as barbaric. Oh, are the Mayans the ones that did the long neck thing? I'm sorry, that probably sounds so, like, insensitive. But I don't know the neck stretching. I'm not sure the actual term. Oh, really? The kings were even part of the religion. That's cool. And there were girl kings. But still called a king, not a queen. This is Pakal, the guy that was 12. He ruled for 68 years. So he was 80? Do you know how crazy that is for that time period? He must have been the oldest, most in pain person. It's crazy. 80 years old. This is a 12-year-old. Is this the piece that she was looking at earlier? And she said she's just checking the lock or whatever, which was very suspicious. No, it sounds like we should have read this one first. They sound like a very interesting and intelligent people. Wow, new cities are still being discovered. That's so cool.
It's locked.
I'm not trying to break in, I'm just trying to look at stuff. Alright, let's press on. Yeah, we looked at these, right? Yeah. Do I just go to the top? Oh.
It needs a card.
Needs a card. This? Oh, snap! An ancient Maya wargame. We have to bump off all the pieces. Sure. Said I can pass my second turn, but I don't understand. So I have to knock him off? How do I do that?
Hi.
Whoa.
Hi.
Your turn, computer, I think.
Hi. Hi.
I killed one.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
This is easy.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Didn't I win?
Hi.
Maybe there's one more.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Oh no!
Hi.
Well, this sucks.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Dang it.
Hi. Hi.
Are we ever gonna get this last guy?
Hi. 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 Hi.
Guess not.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Isn't this
Hi.
riveting gameplay?
Hi. 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 Hi.
Oh, good lord. Hooray, I've won. Did I get my points though? Or whatever? Well, that, I don't understand what the point of that is. Is it supposed to be fun? Because it wasn't. I found a piece of a pot.
I should put in my temple key card.
Okay. Wait, what's this? I have to match them? Well, I know this one's black. And then I literally don't remember any of the other ones. This is cool. I love going to the museum. That was always like the best field trip in school. Museum and the library. But I didn't put in my key card. So what is this? Mystery Temple? So I did that, but I haven't done the quiz or the matchup. Oh, I don't know. Damn it, we'll have to go write down the answer, won't we? And the whatevers. The glyphs. Where were they? Ink. Alright, let's write these down. This is an stink. So this one has like a line and like 2 little boobs on the top, some more lines, some squiggle lines, and some side boobs down here. Okay, this one equals ink. Got it. Don't see one. That's not right. I don't see one there either. What's up with this music? It's so intense. This must say, this is the Bacall information. That doesn't say. Maybe it says it at this beginning part. Nope. Wait. No. No. I'm just looking for some symbols. No more there. None there. We don't know what those are. And that's just about the ham radio. This is black. This is the one we knew. We'll go ahead and I'll just do some crissy crossies. Equals black. Alright, well, I didn't see where it said what city Bacall reigns over. It may have said somewhere. Or it might be through here. And I'm just blind. Ooh, this is cool. This is like a real, wait a minute. It's on the floors. Ooh, glyph pieces and stuff. That's so cool. Lots of stuff to read. Ritually induced hallucination. Okay. Found something. That doesn't seem important, at least not yet. Rain God. Wait, are we missing stuff? Please stay on the path, I think is all it said. Okay, here's one. This one has a 4-part. This one equals throne. Okay.
This side looks damaged.
Nancy Drew, or should I say, Detective Drew. I'm Sinclair.
Who told you I was a detective?
I was at a meeting with the BOD recently, and I caught wind of your appointment and your credentials. Very impressive, if I do say so myself.
The BOD?
That would be the board of directors, those cranky old cats. They do keep the ducks squared away around here, I'll give them that. So, how's this for a specimen? Ever seen $1 million worth of rock before?
Wow.
But Beach Hill didn't buy this piece, did they? My understanding was that it's on loan from Mexico.
Ouch. Well, they did say you were sharp. Seriously, though, thank goodness you're here. I'm afraid the museum may be in terrible jeopardy.
Why?
What kind of jeopardy?
Joanna told me to butt out, but I'm so fond of Beach Hill, I just hate to see it fall prey to scoundrels.
What scoundrels?
It's a sensitive subject. Meet me in my office later and I'll explain everything then.
You've got me worried. Can't we talk now?
Just meet me later. 707 Bing Cherry Boulevard. I've got to go. Enjoy your first day at Beach Hill.
Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
That's what I was saying. Interesting.
Looks like this side is missing a part.
No? Okay. I tried. Oh no, I'm lost now. Okay, this is where we came. Oh god, this is confusing me. I thought I said I liked the auto turn, but now maybe I don't. What's this?
It's locked. It's locked.
Ah, needs a card. Damn it. I wonder why it's having me look at the floor. Have we been this way? Hooples have magical powers, huh? We're doing too much learning. I'm gonna get a headache. Archibald Rutherford. We know that name. This is the other way. Okay, so we went to the 2 ways. Offered. So I think that means we saw everything. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think we did. Semi-confident that we did. Where is this list of crap I'm... Hot equals water. Is that what I needed? I didn't think so, but... I'll write it down. this where I'm supposed to be? Hello? What is this? Whoa, what is this? I don't even want to begin to wonder what kind of puzzle that's gonna be. I've never beaten this one. Played the first 14 and did it all, but not this one. I'm not sure what this whole area is about. Is this my list? Sunny stuff. Jeez, let's just steal everything. She doesn't need it, right? Or he? I'm not sure what all these numbers are about yet. Well, I didn't see a list. I don't even know if this is the right room. Maybe it's this room? There's a man in here. Should we talk to him, I guess?
You must be Nancy, the new deputy curator. I'm Henrik Vanderheel.
Pleased to meet you. What are you working on?
Just some light housekeeping.
Why are you wearing that mask?
Oh, these dusty old artifacts are murder on my allergies. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Did you know the deputy curator who was here before me?
Hurricane Sunny? I'm afraid I did. If he wasn't losing paperwork or setting off the fire alarm, he was cornering our visitors with his theory that the Maya were abducted by aliens. I'm afraid you'll be cleaning up his messes for a while.
Joanna turned me loose without too many instructions. Do you have any advice for me?
Well, as you've probably heard, the museum is closed in preparation for the exhibit, so you'll have free run of the place. Please explore. The sooner you get to know your way around, the better. Think of the lab as your home base, your center of communications. Anyone who wants to get in touch with you will leave a note or a voicemail here, so check in often. I'm very busy with my work, so you're going to have to be pretty independent, but I suspect you wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm curious about your work. How do you go about translating a glyph anyway?
It can be a complicated process, involving research, piecing lots of different elements together, and a healthy dose of guesswork.
So there isn't a definitive dictionary of Maya glyphs where you can look things up?
Oh, I'm afraid not. You see, glyphs are so intricate and full of subtleties that multiple meanings may be embedded in a single glyph. So 3 distinct-looking glyphs may all translate to mean sunshine, roughly, but with different nuances.
Really?
There's so much we still don't know. Lucky for me, I guess, or I'd be out of a job.
See you around, Henrik.
Bye.
There, now I can start putting this together.
Oh, I didn't even... We're doing a great job.
That's done.
I guess that was one of my tasks. have to do Morse code. That'd be kind of interesting to learn, though. Should I call this number? I'll put it at the bottom. 15055551222. That's like the easiest phone number. Alright.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Okay. What else can we clicky on? Man, I'm feeling intimidated. I'm starting to really feel like no wonder why I never beat this one. Oh. Did it! Yay! Alright. Look at all the little doodles. Alright. Order bubble wrap, packing tape, and sticky labels. So we need to do this. So let's write down this number 20255599963, and our account number we might need BH119K. Okay.
You have no voicemail. Press 9 for an outside line.
Alright. So 2025559. No.
You have no...
555963.
Silvio's Curatorial Bonanza is open from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Please call back during regular business hours.
Damn it. Well,
You
hold
have
on.
no
Let's call Franklin.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose.
May I speak to Franklin Rose, please?
Who may I say is calling?
This is Nancy Drew.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, great to hear from you. How's the internship treating you? Are Joanna and Henrik showing you the ropes?
I've got a lot to learn about the Maya, but Joanna and Henrik seem very knowledgeable.
Glad to hear you're settling in. I'm off to a meeting, but feel free to call me if you have any questions.
Oh, well, I kind of have
I'm sure
questions
everything's
now.
going to be smooth sailing, Mr. Rose.
Bye, kiddo.
That's it. Okay, well then. There's one of those knobs that we'll need. Look, he even says she's all about the money. This Sunny person's an interesting character, huh? Would have been interesting to have actually met them. Cocoa Kringle. I'm not sure if that has any sort of significance. Oh. Wait, hold on. Let's just double check our task. Order bubble wrap match. Okay. Alright, we need to bring that paper. Let's go to Alejandro then.
I don't think he'll be there at this hour.
Oh.
I don't think he'll be there at this hour.
Well, I guess we're going home then. Huh. Okay, my notes say be sure to check in with Bess and George.
I need a disc.
Darn. Well, hold on. Is there anything else I need to check in my room? I guess not. Alright.
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy. What's new?
It's pouring rain. George and I are in the middle of a heated game of Go Fish, and I'm winning.
Don't believe a word she says, Nancy. Last hand, I made mincemeat out of her.
Anyway, we don't want to make you homesick. How's the internship going?
So far, so good. There's a lot of excitement about the upcoming exhibit, especially since we have the Palenque monolith.
The who?
The monolith. It's a giant block of stone recently excavated from a cave near Palenque in Mexico. Apparently, it's a very big deal. They think it's 1,500 years old.
So, have you seen it? This, monolith?
Yeah, it's humongous. Must weigh a ton.
Like how big? As big as a refrigerator?
Maybe Bigfoot's refrigerator.
Sorry, Nancy, but how would a person tell this monolith apart from, say, some other big rock?
Well, for one thing, it has Maya glyphs carved into it.
Glyphs?
Pictures that represent words or ideas, also known as logographs. Joanna says the glyphs might be a message from King Pakal.
What kind of message?
We don't know yet. Henrik Vanderheun, Beach Hill's epigrapher, is working on a translation.
Who was King Pakal?
He's considered one of the great Maya rulers. He reigned at the height of the Maya civilization.
Well, Nancy, you're sounding very curatorial.
Very curatorial indeed. We've been worried that you would be a little bored without a mystery to solve, but it sounds like your brain will have plenty to chew on.
The whole Maya culture is a mystery to me at the moment. The last thing I'm going to be is bored. I'm sure of that.
Speaking of kings, this card game's not over yet, Bess.
Yes, well, I hope you've got plenty of bait for your fishing pole, dear cousin.
Okay, you two. I'll call back later.
Call back soon.
Yeah, and good luck.
Well, I'm calling back right now.
Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, how's life at the museum?
Taylor Sinclair, the art dealer, seems like quite a character.
How so?
Well, when I ran into him in the garden, he was acting very strange. He said he knew I was a detective, and he thinks the museum is in danger.
What kind of danger?
He was very secretive. He wanted me to meet him at his office to talk about it.
And?
Well, I haven't gone yet.
Nancy, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. What if the museum is in danger? You've got to find out.
This could be your chance to foil a case before it even becomes a case.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
We're rooting for ya.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Alright. Yeah, let's go do that first. Let's find out what's up. Can I like snoop?
It's about time! Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old carcass. Want a cookie? They're from Oaxaca.
Thanks, but I'm trying to cut back. Now, what's going on?
The art world is being ransacked, Nancy. Prudence Rutherford, a major patron of the arts, had her fire ruby necklace stolen from her villa in Topeka. 2 weeks later, a whole display case full of rare Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New Mexico.
Do you think there's a connection between the two thefts?
Who knows? I'm just telling you, this community, our friends and colleagues, my people are being systematically trounced by thugs. Who's to say Beach Hill won't be next? You've got to do something.
Doesn't Beach Hill have a security system in place?
The museum has a basic alarm system, but it's not exactly state-of-the-art. I've urged Joanna to approach the board about making some security upgrades, but she just keeps saying that the timing isn't right to ask for money.
With so much writing on this exhibit? How can that be?
Who knows?
Man, he said that twice already.
I understand your concern, but what can I do to help?
We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble.
I'll do my best, but it sounds like what you really need is a new breed of police dog.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Okay, no more flattery. Hey, that's an interesting piece, there by your desk. Something tells me it's not a Maya artifact.
How about that rubber shark? The artist's name is Poppy Dada. She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas over her stuff. I'll unload that one for some serious dinero.
Is Poppy Dada her real name?
I don't know.
I'd better get going.
Keep up the good work.
I'm disappointed he didn't say who knows, since that seems to be his line. Alright. I thought I had to get someone to sign. Wait, it wasn't him, was it? Oh, if it was him, that sucks. If so, I guess he'll be coming back.
How may I help you?
Buenos dias. Me llamo Nancy Drew. I have some paperwork for you regarding the loan of the Palenque monolith to Beach Hill.
So, you're Joanna Riggs' newest pirate in training. How does it feel to join the ranks with the modern-day conquistadors?
Conquistadors?
You had better brush up on your history, young lady. When the Spanish explorers invaded Mexico, they became known as the conquistadors, or conquerors. They robbed the indigenous peoples of their wealth, not just their gold, but their artwork, their sacred objects. Anything they did not steal, they burned to the ground.
Do you blame Joanna and modern-day art collectors for something that happened long before they were born?
There is more. In the 19th century, archaeologists discovered the ruins of ancient civilizations predating even the Aztecs. Many of the dig sites were robbed, and the stolen artifacts were sold off to art museums and collectors around the world. Today, finally, it is illegal among most civilized nations to remove an artifact from its native country. But sadly, there are thousands of precious antiquities with highly questionable provenance floating around the Western world.
What do you mean by questionable provenance?
An artifact's provenance is the story of its origin and ownership. For example, how it made its way from a temple at Chichen Itza to a museum in Washington, D.C. If the artifact's provenance reveals that it has been stolen, then that artifact must be returned to the country of its origin.
Okay, but what does that have to do with...
Then the relics at Beach Hill must all be legitimate, right?
No, not at all. Provenance documents are often tampered with or forged to cover up the theft. Because of this, thefts continue and a great deal of art is moved on the black market, even today.
Is this actually
Unethical
true?
art dealers and greedy museum curators do nothing to stop this.
Are you suggesting Beach Hill is involved in these kinds of misdealings?
If Joanna Riggs or that overstuffed pillowhead Sinclair had any decency, they would take measures to see that all Maya artifacts were returned to Mexico at once where they belong.
Well, I think I'll have to chew on some of these issues for a while, Alejandro. In the meantime, I do need you to sign off on these changes to the loan agreement for the monolith. Do you mind?
I am still not happy that such a rare find will have its debut exhibition on American soil. But in my country too, there are people for whom money talks. I will take those documents now.
What is this?
I guess I should give him the contract.
I was trying to read that.
Thank you.
No,
I
but-
have some business with Joanna at the museum later, so I will return the contract to her then, after I have looked it over.
Actually, Alejandro, I think I'm supposed to take them back to Joanna myself.
You may consider your mission accomplished.
Well, okay then.
Goodbye. Buenos dias.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
Oh, wait. There's a
Buenos
question.
dias.
Why did Mexico choose to lend the monolith to Beach Hill and not some other museum?
Joanna Riggs outbid everyone. I had no idea a small museum like Beach Hill could afford such an expensive arrangement.
Do you consider Henrik a conquistador, along with Joanna Riggs and Sinclair?
Henrik is a student of my culture and my heritage, not trying to buy and sell it. We don't agree on everything, especially not baseball, but I have nothing against him.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
Interesting.
The knob is missing.
We got our beats. Alright, should we speak to Joanna?
Come in. How are the tasks coming along?
When did Henrik come on board?
I got an email from him one day saying he heard the news about Beach Hill getting the monolith. He said he'd drop everything to come here and translate those glyphs. He was even willing to take a pay cut. What could I say except giddy up? You're hired.
Where was he working before?
At the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center in New Mexico.
Do you think Alejandro would go to extreme measures, like stealing, to reclaim Mexico's artifacts?
Who knows?
Why does everyone say that?
I'm not sure what to do with those exhibit narrations.
Henrik can help you with that.
I've got work to do.
Bye!
Our conversations are so fake and horrible. Alright, I'm guessing he delivered the papers. Let's order the bubble wrap.
You have no voicemail. Press...
Silvio's Curatorial Bonanza.
May I speak to Silvio Jr., please?
This is Silvio Jr. What can I do for you?
Are you still having a sale on packing supplies?
That's right, 30% off on bubble wrap, foam peanuts, heavy-duty tape, medium and large boxes, sticky labels, and why supplies last, of course. Have you ordered from us before?
Yes, I think so. We have an account number.
Okay, good. That saves me a lot of paperwork. What's the account number?
BH119K.
BH119K? Beach Hill? Are you serious?
That's right. I'm the new deputy curator, Nancy Drew.
Well, whoop-de-doo, it's Nancy Drew. But Silvio's Curatorial Bonanza no longer does business with Beach Hill. I've sent all 6 of the outstanding invoices to a collection agency. And you jokers won't get another packing peanut out of Silvio Jr. ever. Do not call here again.
The heck is that about? Huh? Guess so much for that. Guess we can go do the headphone thing. What?
Beach Hill's been hit. Sit tight, Nancy. The police are on their way.
Oh my god.
I should talk to Joanna before I touch anything.
That's that jade thing that Joanna was showing.
Someone has cooked up my worst nightmare and served it to me on a plate.
I'd like to have a look at the crime scene myself. Did the police turn up any clues?
The police took some samples for the crime lab, but they couldn't promise any overnight results. So if you want to put your little magnifying glass up to the scene, it's fine with me.
What were their initial findings?
Who knows? Right now,
Oh
my
my
priority is to
God.
get a move on this insurance claim.
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sabubi.
Yeah, I bet you are worried about the insurance claim. God, that startled me. I thought I accidentally flipped the fire alarm or something. Holy cannolis. Oh, snap. Alright, I guess we need to get these audio things going. Oh, we're just stealing stuff now? Oh, okay. Okay, then. No one's gonna miss that, right?
It's locked.
Audio. How do I...
It's locked.
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers. Here is an example of the numbers from 0 to 19,
Okay,
from
this is
top
not right.
left to bottom right. Notice how some numbers are represented with bars and dots, and some are represented with pictures.
So how do you actually fix it, though?
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers.
How do I unlock
Here is an
it?
example of the numbers from 0.
And why did this one unlock?
Ceramic bowls, such as the one featured in this exhibit, may have been used as vessels for burnt offerings of incense or corn. This bowl was either dedicated to or used to supplicate the god of war, Balak.
So this one's right.
The Maya were pantheistic, believing in many gods who ruled over different...
That one's right.
It's locked.
Maya scribes recorded the official history.
That's right.
Strange supernatural creatures, sometimes called
Alright,
monsters,
we need to fix this
played
one.
an important role in Maya mythology.
But how?
These monsters were...
Oh no.
The date on this slab uses the Tzolk'in, or divine calendar, made up of 20 weeks.
This is wrong too.
The date on this slab... The Maya ball game was a religious activity.
And that's fine. Well, I don't know how to even switch it right now, so... Guy's not here.
You have voicemail. Press 0.
Nancy, hi. It's Franklin Rose. I'm calling because it's just... This theft is very bad news for the museum. You can't imagine the limb we went out on to acquire that Pakal carving. It's been one of the museum's main attractions. I don't want to take you away from your internship, but if you can do a little investigating, well, I think I speak for the whole board when I say we'd be very grateful. Give me a call when you have a chance. And Nancy, thanks.
To replay messages, press 0.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
Not really, but something tells me this case is going to get complicated.
Oh, Nancy, you zero in on a case like a heat-seeking missile, don't you? I feel so much better knowing you're going to follow up on every lead. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that. I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
Okay. So Henrik wants me to make sure everything can be answered at the museum. And then I need to match these and reorder the numbers still. But I don't understand how I'm supposed to actually do any of that.
Need something?
Have you seen Henrik? I found a piece of paper inside the Pakal display case. It had some glyphs on it and a print of a red hand. I'm hoping he can give me a translation.
What am I, fish food? Henrik's not the only one around here who can read a glyph, you know.
Okay, great. Did you happen to see the thief's message?
The police showed me the note. It said, "The magician suffers yellow death," whatever that means. Apparently, the thief just couldn't come up with the glyphs for "the curator suffers flaming purple disgrace."
I'm curious about the red handprint the thief left. Does it have any significance in Maya culture?
Afraid I can't help you there. What I want to know is what the hand was printed with. It's obviously not finger paint. Why don't you do a little analysis on it in the lab?
I haven't seen Henrik since the theft. Where do you think he could be?
Who knows?
Oh my god, everyone just goes, who knows? That's how I feel about this game. How do you beat this game? Who knows? Okay, I don't know how to reorder any numbers. I don't know how to change the audio clips. It might be somewhere back here, probably. So she wants me to analyze the handprint, which... Okay, let's see if we can screw that up. Oh, we should probably save, considering it's been over an hour. Alright. Analyze with this. How do I play with it? Is it inserted? Boop. Kind of elevator music.
Okay, I've got a graph of the chemical used for the handprint. Now I've got to match it up with a known substance.
How do I do that? Oops.
That's it.
HGS. Okay, so just go tell Joanna, oh, it's HGS, which is...
S stands for sulfur.
I'm glad I stopped here first, because I was just stopping out of curiosity. And then...
According to this chart, HG stands for mercury.
So mercury.
So the handprint was made
sulfur.
from mercury and sulfur.
Alright, we'll let her know.
Come in. Need something?
I did the chemical analysis you suggested. That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur. Does that mean anything to you?
Sure, cinnabar. The Maya would rub it into their most important carvings to add definition to the artist's lines.
Does the museum keep cinnabar around?
We use cinnabar here at the museum the same way the Maya did, to keep things as authentic as possible. Henrik orders those kinds of supplies, but we've been out of stock for quite a while. The last I heard, there was some kind of holdup with the distributor.
I've got work to do.
See you around.
See you around. Hi. gotta go. Damn it. Am I ever gonna learn my way around this museum? Alright, let's see if in this other employee room, maybe some of this stuff will make sense now. Like this. Is this the sound? Auto narrators. How am I gonna know what goes to what? Was there a number? What's this about? It's a number system. Yeah, I don't see the numbers offhand. I don't think anything was in here. Oh. Okay. So guess I'm gonna just generically write this in my notes. So O is here, C is here, H is here, K is there, and J is there. Then we have L, I, D, and B, and then G, N, move my mouse, M, E, F, and A. Okay, now we can mark which ones are wrong at least. I guess we didn't go through this book all the way, or at least it didn't let us. That's semi-helpful. So let's start at the beginning. And if one is wrong, I guess I'll just circle it or something. So there should be L here.
Ceramic bowls such as the
Okay,
one
this one's right. So next is I.
The Maya were pantheistic, believing in many
I is right. This one has D and B.
The Maya were
Oh. I accidentally went in the same. Okay.
strange supernatural creatures,
Okay.
sometimes called
D
monsters.
is wrong.
played an important role in Maya
D needs
mythology.
to be
These monsters were often associated
number
with the earth,
system.
caves, or mountains.
And then is B right? What? This shows there was a B. Oh, it's on the other side. Oops.
Maya scribes recorded
Okay,
the
B is
official
right.
history.
Now over here we have G and N.
The date on this slab uses the Solkin,
So
or
G
divine
is wrong.
calendar, made up of 20 weeks each with a named
G
day,
needs to be
and 13
about
weeks
body
each with a
shaping.
numerical day. The two types of weeks progress independently of each other. The date on this slab uses the Maya ball game was a religion.
And this one's right. Okay. This one has M and E.
Lady Zach Cook ruled Palenque before her son ascended the throne in 615 CE.
This is right.
I am Lord Pakal, ruler of the mighty kingdom of Palenque. All those who come before me witness my power.
Lord Pakal is considered the most influential ruler of the Maya civilization.
Guess that one's
Cultural
right. Two more.
Although the geographic range of Maya cities is well known, it is difficult to determine the range of Maya influence. Some experts believe the Maya may have traveled.
That one's right.
It's locked. The Maya used different methods to represent numbers. Here is an example of the numbers from 0 to 19, from
So
top
this is not
left
right.
to bottom right.
So 3 of them are
Notice
wrong.
how some numbers are represented with bars and dots,
This needs
and
to be
some are
about the
represented
ham
with
radio.
pictures.
So the numbers that are wrong. D.
Strange supernatural creature.
The date on this slab uses the four miniature gods clinging to
Ritualized blood.
the Maya ball game.
In addition to adorning them,
Maya scribes
the Maya used different methods to
Okay,
represent
here we go.
numbers. Here is an example of the numbers from 0.
Okay, that should be fixed. G is about A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
The date on this the four miniature gods
Ritualized
the Maya ball game.
In addition to adorning
one.
themselves with jewelry and costumes, the
So G
Maya
is
shaped
9.
their bodies to heighten their.
And then A is supposed
The
to be about
Maya
a
used
radio.
different methods.
Although the geographic range
Archaeologists work in some of the most
This one.
remote.
It should be fixed now. Should. I hope it is.
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
Oh no. Oh, I didn't do. Oops. Oh no, I'm stupid. All right. I didn't check these. Alright, so O is here.
Ritualized bloodletting was a common practice among the Maya. In this panel, 3 captives wear garments
This is not
associated
right.
with bloodletting. A variety of instruments, including stingray spines,
Right?
Ritualized bloodletting was a common practice among the Maya.
3
In this
captives?
panel, 3 captives wear
Oh no,
garments.
it is right. Okay. C.
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas
This
of the
is
world.
not right.
Ham radios are often
C
the only
needs
means
to
of
be
contacting
about
the outside world. HAM is an acronym for Handheld Amateur Radio. Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world. Ham radios are often the only means of contacting the outside world. HAM is an acronym for Handheld Amateur Radio.
Okay. We'll go check H.
The Maya kings were often in a protracted state of war with local kahals. Here,
that's right.
The four miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent are the headband twins, Hun, Ahau, and Balam.
This is right.
In addition to adorning themselves with jewelry and costumes, the Maya shaped their bodies to heighten their beauty.
So J needs to be about the Rutherford
infants' faces to encourage crossed eyes, a trait considered attractive.
Okay, so we have two more to fix. Game? Is it loading another theft? Alright, we need to do C and J.
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas
so
of
C
the
needs
world.
to be about an altar monster.
Ceramic bowls.
The Maya were pantheistic, believing Lady Zach Cook.
I am Lord Picard.
The Maya kings were often in a protracted state of war with local kahals. Strange, supernatural creatures, sometimes called monsters, played an
this is right. And then J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Needs to be about the Rutherford
In addition to adorning themselves,
the Maya ball game was a
ritualized bloodletting was a common practice.
The four miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent are the
that
headband
looks like
twins,
it's in order.
Hun, Ahau, and Balam, and the twins of
Well,
sacrificial
I didn't get to
hands,
fix it, but-
Chok, Shibs, Chok, and the baby jaguar.
Buddy, you
The
wanna quit
Maya were
talking?
particularly fascinated with twins.
Buddy.
And many of the Maya gods were paired together.
Reorder Maya numbering exhibit in the main exhibition hall. Main exhibition hall. Where's that map at? I don't remember. But I'm assuming this is the main exhibition hall, but I don't see numbers anyway. So. This is the map. Main exhibition hall. So, what about numbers? I don't understand. I don't see any numbers. Reorder Maya numbering exhibit in the main exhibition hall. Oh, the numbers. But I don't understand yet exactly how to tell the numbering system. But maybe I missed something. Maybe there's another book or something about it somewhere. So this is, we're supposed to have 6 and I've only found 4. But then maybe we just need to guess on the last 2. So black, ink, throne. Oh, we don't even need water. Road, north, and 19. Alright, one of these is about a calendar. So would it mention a number system there? I don't know. Alright, let's go talk to people. When you don't know what to do, it's always good to just start talking to people.
Need something?
Can you explain how you want me to reorder that Maya numbering exhibit?
Check with Henrik on that.
I've got work to do.
Simper ooby sabooby.
Isn't Henrik gone? We have time. Let's go visit the folks. Can you skip this if you click? Maybe you can. I'll have to test it again.
Hello, Nancy.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, and several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl, but I have yet to learn the language of glyphs.
Have you heard? The Pakal carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henry called me that I heard the news.
So, you were in the museum at the time?
I was dropping off the monolith agreement for Joanna, as I said I would.
And you didn't stop to see what was going on?
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going. Whew.
It's odd that I didn't see you.
I was there on business, Nancy, not for tea.
Don't you care about the disappearance of such a rare Maya artifact?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Pakal goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
I don't think
Buenos
it's him.
dias.
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
I really don't. At least not yet. So if we click, can we skip? Okay, we can. Cool, now we know.
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick about the whole thing.
Yes, your fears seem to have been quite visionary.
I was in the museum when it happened.
What?
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know. I mean, I coughed up my brains right there on the table.
You're very eccentric.
Did you hear? The thief left a glyph message with a red handprint on it.
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka, and on the display case in the museum in New Mexico. What's the chance they're not connected?
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
What's the name of the museum in New Mexico?
The Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. They had a beautiful collection up there, worth a bundle, too. I appraised some pieces for them a few years back.
Why do you think the thief is leaving this red handprint?
To be a gruesome scoundrel?
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beach Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs together was a pig and a half. Oh, they're on the up and up, I assure you. But to have been at the height of my career back before the crackdown. Those were the days.
What crackdown?
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
Alejandro says you're unethical, a modern-day conquistador, that you're robbing Mexico of its cultural history.
And I say Alejandro is the real bully of the playground. A lunch money extortionist who loves nothing more than to see the other boys and girls go hungry.
When you sell a piece of art, what kind of commission do you get?
Standard, 10%. It's no king's ransom, unless of course you sell something for $1 million. Too bad I'm not allowed to put that monolith on the market, huh?
The Pakal Thief's glyph message translates to, "The magician suffers yellow death." What in the world do you think that means?
You've got me there.
I don't think that's the right.
Going.
See you around.
That's the right translation.
Want a cookie?
Thanks, but I'm trying to cut back.
Any news?
I'd better get going.
Keep up the good work.
Why does he keep trying to feed me cookies? I mean, I love him. If it's him, I'm gonna cry. Alright, let's see if Joanna has one last thing to say to me. And if not, we'll go back to our hotel and make some calls.
Apparently, a Topeka woman named Prudence Rutherford has recently been visited by a red-handed thief, too. Do you have any idea how I might get in touch with her?
Afraid I can't help you there.
Well, we'll recheck that magazine.
I've got work to do.
Carpe diem.
Well, maybe we should see if Henrik's back. Because I kind of feel like I can't do anything until he comes. Nope, he's not back. Okay, never mind. Well, maybe I have a voicemail?
You have no voicemail. Press 9.
Call Franklin Rose. And then we'll go back to our hotel and call our other friends and such.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
I need to contact a woman named Prudence Rutherford. I noticed she's on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, and that they've donated money to Beach Hill. Any idea how I might track her down?
Well, you're in luck. It so happens that Prudence and I sat on the panel of judges for the Kansas Speak No Evil Mime competition for 3 years in a row. Back when I lived in Wichita. How's that for a small world?
You judged a mime competition?
Indeed I did. I haven't talked to Prudence in about 10 years. But let's see if I still have her in this old dinosaur of a Rolodex. Ah, yes, here we go. Got a pen? It's area code 785-555-7279. What's this all about?
I think Ms. Rutherford had a run-in with a red-handed thief, much like the one who took the Pakal carving.
Ha! You're a real pro, Nancy. Say, why don't I call ahead and let Prudence know what's going on? That way I can say hello, and she'll be expecting you.
Now I think you're reading my mind, Mr. Rose. Thanks.
Not a problem, dear.
Alright. Back to the hotel. We need Henrik's help with the numbers, so... guess we'll wait on him. Alright, let's call her.
Sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number.
Yes, hello?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew, calling from Washington, D.C. I'm trying to reach Prudence Rutherford, please.
Oh, yes. Franklin told me you'd be calling. Such dreadful news about Beach Hill. I will do everything in my power to help you catch those rapscallions. To think how they violated the sanctity of my domicile. Good heavens.
I'm sorry to hear about your loss. What can you tell me about the necklace?
I can't even think about it. Oh, just the very thought of my precious necklace gone, stranded, orphaned, and in the hands of some dirty stranger makes my blood boil.
Was the necklace a gift?
I inherited it from my mother-in-law. But you see, the necklace means much more to me than just a handful of priceless rubies.
Did the necklace have a lot of sentimental value?
Yes, I'm afraid it did. I had the necklace restrung to include an exquisite jade carving as the centerpiece, a genuine artifact of the ancient Maya. The carving is not only one of a kind, but a Rutherford family heirloom given to me by my great-grandfather when I was just a little girl.
Does the carving have any meaning that you know of?
It features a rare glyph. No one's been able to give me a precise translation, but most epigraphers have agreed that it has something to do with a snake, the color green, and the direction south. It's terribly fascinating.
Do you think the thief or thieves had any idea of what they were stealing?
Oh, they must have known. The rest of my valuables were left untouched. Frankly, I don't know whether to be grateful or insulted.
What about evidence?
The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was this positively ghoulish red handprint on the wall. I nearly jumped out of my skin.
A red handprint was left at the scene of the crime at Beach Hill, too. Ms. Rutherford, I'm almost certain that these robberies were committed by the same person.
But why? What is so special about these carvings?
Miss Rutherford, I'd like you to meet Beach Hill's epigrapher, Henrik Vanderheun. Is there any chance you could fly out to Washington for a couple of days?
I'm afraid that's out of the question. The annual Corn Growers Ball is just 3 weeks away, and I'm the head of the steering committee. Besides, this whole thing has left me so out of sorts. I'm in no condition to travel.
But Miss Rutherford, surely
This is
someone else can step in
ridiculous.
for you. After all, this case is more important than a barn dance, isn't it?
For your information, the Corn Growers Ball is the largest gala event of the year in Topeka. Oh, I told Franklin I didn't want to speak to anyone, but he assured me you weren't the pushy type. I never should have agreed to this. Goodbye.
Well, dang, now I'm glad you got robbed. Calling again. How dare you hang up on Nancy Drew?
Rutherford Estate, Prudence speaking.
Miss Rutherford, this is Nancy Drew. Please, don't hang up. I'm afraid this case has got me a little wound up, but that's no excuse for bad manners. Please forgive me. I'm just very anxious to figure out why this thief is stealing Maya carvings, and I don't have much to go on.
As I said, this robbery was a trauma for me, and I do not wish to get deeply involved in the investigation. However, the insurance company made this dreadful replica of the necklace with the idea that I would wear such a thing to public functions. Please. But I could send that to you if you'd like.
Oh, that would be wonderful. How soon could you have it here?
You'll have it tomorrow or the next day. My secretary will have the address of the museum. Now, if that is all you require there, young lady. I will need to attend to other pressing matters.
Thanks a million, Miss Rutherford. I won't let you down.
Call me Prudence. Oh, and Nancy, when you find the villains who did this to me, do me a favor and give them a sound thrashing.
You're coming through loud and clear. Bye.
Well, she was a character.
No peeking at my cards, George. Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. How's life at the museum?
Everything was going great until someone broke into a display case and stole one of the museum's most valuable artifacts. A jade carving of King Pakal.
A theft? When? How?
Who are your suspects?
Do you have any clues?
Easy, ladies. Let's just say that so far, I have more questions than I do answers. But don't worry, I'm on the case.
There goes your low-key internship.
Honestly, Nancy, it never will cease to amaze me how one girl can cross paths with so much trouble.
I don't know what to make of Alejandro Del Rio, the attaché to the Mexican consulate.
What's his connection to Beach Hill?
Right now, he's negotiating the monolith loan agreement between Mexico and the museum.
And what's your confusion? Something to do with dashing good looks, I hope.
Well, he is a little bit handsome, but he also seems very angry about all the Mexican antiquities his country has lost over the years.
How have they been lost?
They've been taken by explorers and archaeologists and smugglers. I guess the laws have only recently changed to protect Mexico's rights to its own antiquities.
Well, it sounds like he has a legitimate gripe.
Yes, but I got the feeling he would do just about anything to get an artifact returned to Mexico.
What do you mean, anything?
That's what I'm not sure of.
Well, let's hope he's just a big talker and not a bona fide vigilante.
Ever since the theft, I haven't been able to find Henrik anywhere.
That's odd. Has anyone else seen him?
If they have, they sure aren't telling me.
Nancy, do you think he's the thief?
I can't imagine that.
Maybe he's just an accomplice. Maybe he loosened security somehow to make the thief's job easier.
It's possible, but Henrik seems to care so much about his work. Why would he want to hurt the museum?
Maybe he cares a little too much.
She's right, Nancy. I'd give him the 3rd degree if I were you. Whenever he shows up again, that is.
Taylor Sinclair and Alejandro Del Rio have both earned a place on my suspect list.
Why?
Both admitted to being in the building at the time when the alarm went off.
Did they act defensive about it?
Not really. They both act as though they have nothing to hide.
Do you think they could be working together?
Judging by Alejandro's opinion of Taylor, I highly doubt it. But then again, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, like in the 10th grade when Bess turned purple in the middle of her class presentation on greenhouse gases.
George, would you kindly put a sock in it?
Somehow, Joanna has gotten the museum into some financial hot water.
How'd she do that?
Yeah, and how hot's the water?
It's all very vague. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I mean, maybe she just overextended the budget a little in her effort to acquire the best artifacts for the museum, but
even if her intentions were good...
She may be feeling a little desperate to make some money back quickly.
Desperate enough to steal the Pakal carving, sell it on the black market, and collect the insurance on it too?
I know she loves the museum. Who knows what she'd do if she were afraid of losing her job.
She's a suspect.
Definitely a suspect.
Why would the thief keep leaving that awful red handprint at every crime scene?
Talk about a creepy trademark.
Oh, I'm just glad I haven't seen it. With my sensitive psyche, that type of thing is like a 10-year warranty for nightmares.
Does it have any meaning in Maya culture?
Not that I know of.
Well, somebody ought to know. You're surrounded by experts in Maya culture, for gosh sakes.
But maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. Maybe the thief just thinks it's glamorous.
Sure. I mean, who really wants anonymity after all? Thieves have to have style. Something to set them apart, right?
It's not just any old villain that gets a book deal these days.
Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
Think, Nancy. You've seen the evidence for Sunny's password.
You've stared right into its chocolatey face.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
We're rooting for ya.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Alright, well, I know where that is at least. Wait, it showed it was nighttime. Can I get... Nancy, turn around.
It's locked. It's locked.
Can I break in with a card?
It's locked.
Dang. Kinda creepy being here at night. Cocoa Gringle? Alright, let's just write down Cocoa Gringle. And the name is Sunny June. Write that down too, just because. Well, maybe we'll find a lot on that floppy disk. Any voicemail?
You have no voice.
Okay. Hey, where's the floppy? Is it still in? Cocoa Kringle? Needs to be a space. Oh, that would have been nice, but we already did it. Maya number system. Ignore anything that's not a bar or a dot. I think I remember 13 having, I think I remember one of them having a T. Alright, I'm gonna write T equals 13. And then maybe we can just switch the other three around until they're memorable. Okay, so let's go back to the dot thing at the top. 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. A bar is 5. Okay. Okay, let's write down the system login. S June and system password is space baby. Okay. So Okay. None of that seems important. Okay. Well, we got the number system worked out. Let's go do that while it's fresh in our mind. I did remember ET. Alright, she said ignore anything that isn't a number or line, and 0 looks like a turtle shell. One. 2 must be one of these. And so does 3. And 4. That's 5. So we must need info for 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we must need info for 4, 2, 3, 4, and 6, and 13. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we're still missing one more number. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not 9. Oh, this is 4. So never mind on 4. No, this is hard. Okay. 0, 1. That's not 2. So let's just put in a guy. And same for 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 's pretty close. 0, 1, who knows? And who knows? 4, 5, who knows? 7, 8, who knows? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and who knows? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 2, 3. So we need 2, 3, 6, 13. Well, we don't need 13. So okay. We need to find out 2, 3, 6, 9, and 19. Does this stay? Good. Alright, I guess we will run back to the hotel. I didn't realize that many were going to be faces. But I also didn't want to write down 20 faces or whatever it was. Okay. Okay, so 2. Big hat with 5 fingers and a semi-oval. 3 looks like a doctor. 6 wears eye patch. I remember that. Eye patch. 9 beard or acne. And 19 there isn't any information for 19. So maybe I counted wrong, or there is a 19. But as long as we have all of them but 1, it shouldn't matter. So let's go back and look. Alright. Let's see. So number 2 is a big hat with 5 fingers. This one.
That looks right.
What? I literally had them all in the right space. I hate this game. Alright. Look, our list is done. Amazing, incredible. Well, unfortunately though, I think we're gonna have to go back to our hotel and sleep. Hopefully Henrik will just show up since these tasks are done. We're at about the 2-hour mark. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me to beat the game, but I would imagine that now I'm probably maybe halfway through. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call the episode here. And let's just sleep till 9. So we'll be good to go for next time. So save, and all is well. So, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you being a well watcher, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!